You know what that sound means. Welcome back to another brand new episode of Round 2 Wrestling here on the 10th of January, 2023. I am your host, SlimmDa Kid. Thank you for tuning in to this podcast. We have several things to discuss this week, and we are going to kick off this brand new Round 2 Wrestling episode by taking a listen to the pro wrestling rumor mill and the what ifs and maybes going on in the world. Alright, BetOnline has WWE wrestlers Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch as the favorites to win the Women's Royal Rumble. Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio said that visa issues are to blame for some United Kingdom wrestlers not being on WWE/NXT lately. A little side note on this particular rumor, former or current, if you want to say that, NXT wrestler Doudrop came forward when this particular bit of news slash rumor was released, and she said her personal reasons for being off of WWE TV are not visa issue related, but health issue related. She did say that she is doing better and does look forward to coming back to WWE NXT TV in some sort of capacity. However, I cannot say the same for any of the other wrestlers that were either formerly employed by NXT or are currently employed by NXT UK. William Regal is officially back with World Wrestling Entertainment, according to PW Insider. Regal has the title of Vice President, but his actual duties are unknown. Per Fightful Select, AEW tag team The Young Bucks are negotiating new AEW contracts that would keep them within the promotion for quite some time. This is not new or shocking in any sort of way. The Young Bucks are executive vice presidents within AEW. They helped found this particular promotion. I would find it a bit of a laugh if Tony Khan did not offer these two a contract extension in some sort of way. They are easily one of the more popular tag teams within the promotion and have been there since day one. So hopefully Tony Khan steps up, does the right things, and keeps the Young Bucks within AEW. PW Insider said there is lots of trepidation inside WWE following the news of Vince McMahon's return to the board of directors. Multiple people told PW Insider they, quote, want out, end quote. This little bit of information is no longer a rumor. It is looking more and more true, like Vince McMahon actually is back on the board of directors and is back within his own company again. This has had negative waves across the wrestling world already, and we have some breaking news particularly about this subject here in Pro Wrestling News in just a few minutes. Fightful Select notes WWE has strong interest in signing New Japan Pro Wrestling's Tama Tonga. AEW's updated look on Dynamite and Rampage were met with positivity amongst talent backstage and fans alike. Alright, we have no more what-ifs and maybes to discuss. That is the conclusion of the rumor mill, but we have plenty of pro wrestling news to talk about. WWE's Charlotte Flair returned to the ring last Friday after a lengthy time off. Ric Flair, Charlotte Flair's father, claims teeth issues forced Charlotte away longer than expected. AEW president and NFL senior president of football Tony Khan took to Twitter to congratulate the Jacksonville Jaguars AFC South Division Championship and playoff entrance Sunday night. Former MLW World Tag Team Champion EJ Nduka is officially a free agent per Fightful Select. Multiple promotions are interested in Nduka, including WWE and AEW. Newest AEW wrestler Bandito injured at PWG Battle of LA event. A neck injury was reported. No report of any time off was given at the time of this broadcast. Former WCW General Manager Eric Bischoff set to return to the ring after 10 years off per eWrestlingNews.com. The date is February 11th in Florida. No additional details were available at the time of this broadcast. Fightful Select reports reigning IWGP Junior Tag Team Champion Akira has signed a contract with MLW. No contract details were available at the time of this broadcast. Former New Japan Pro Wrestling wrestler Carl Fredericks has officially signed with WWE. PW Insider reported Fredericks will be part of the NXT promotion. MLW and Boss Fight Studio announced the first wave of MLW action figures is now available for pre-order at bossfightshop.com. So if you are a collector of wrestling memorabilia, and in this case, wrestling figures, this is an excellent opportunity to jump all over a different promotion's action figures and set them aside for future selling. The breaking news in the world of professional wrestling happened a few hours ago. You can read this on CBS. You can read this on Facebook, Twitter. Any major news outlet is covering this. It was announced today that Stephanie McMahon, the daughter of Vince McMahon, has stepped down and away from WWE completely. She has put forth her resignation from the company. If this is a precursor to what is happening now that Vince has been brought into the picture, again, WWE is doomed in this broadcaster's personal opinion. Be sure to check out CBS and any other news outlet for more breaking news on Stephanie McMahon's resigning from WWE as the news comes out. All right, we are going to conclude our pro wrestling news and jump over to the title matches that took place this past week and weekend. Not too much gold was defended, but this particular weekend will see Impact having its pay-per-view take place, so we expect next week to be chock full of gold. At either rate, here are the title matches that took place in the world of professional wrestling. SmackDown Women's World Champion Charlotte Flair defeated Sonya Deville to retain the SmackDown Women's World Championship. WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champions The Usos defeated Sheamus and Drew McIntyre to retain the undisputed WWE Tag Team titles. AEW World Tag Team Champions The Acclaim defeated Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett to retain the AEW Tag Team titles. Darby Allin defeated AEW TNT Champion Samoa Joe to become the new AEW TNT Champion. AEW TNT Champion Darby Allin defeated Mike Bennett to retain the AEW TNT Championship. If you're playing the home game, you just heard me say Darby Allin won and then defended the TNT title. That is because he won the TNT title on Wednesday Night Dynamite and then successfully defended that title 2 days later on Friday Night Rampage. AEW Tag Team Champions The Acclaim defeated Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett to retain the AEW Tag Team titles. Once again, you're hearing this particular matchup again because The Acclaim defended these titles on Wednesday and on Friday night at Battle of the Belts 5. AEW TBS champion Jade Cargill defeated Sky Blue to retain the AEW TBS championship. AEW All-Atlantic champion Orange Cassidy defeated Kip Sabian to retain the AEW All-Atlantic championship. Ring of Honor World Champion Claudio Castagnoli defeated Josh Woods to retain the Ring of Honor World Championship. All right, that is the conclusion of the title matches that took place this past week and weekend. We are coming up to the end of Round 2 Wrestling, and we are going to conclude this podcast with a fan and producer favorite. Did you know? Did you know our little bits of information and facts about the pro wrestling world that you may or may not have known about? You gotta love the bell. Did you know former WWF Intercontinental and Tag Team Champion Tito Santana was a broadcaster for WWF in 1997, in particular the Spanish announce table? Did you know former WCW wrestler Vampiro was a bodyguard for shamed pop group Milli Vanilli? Did you know Jason Broyles holds the honor of wrestling at WCW's and ECW's final shows? Also, was WCW's last free agent signing. Did you know former WWF/WWE wrestler Mark Henry has held 3 titles within WWE? The European, ECW, and World Heavyweight titles are his claim to fame. All of these titles are currently decommissioned by the WWE. Did you know The Rock, the Hardy Boys, and Kem Shamrock all appeared on a 1999 episode of the sitcom That 70s Show? Did you know the 4 years the WWF Hardcore title existed from 1998 until 2002, there were a total of 234 champions, Mankind being the first and Rob Van Dam being the last? Did you know former WWE wrestler Alberto El Patron is the only wrestler to win both the AAA and CMLL titles in Mexico, notorious rivals of one another? Also, Patron is only one of 3 wrestlers to hold world titles in both the United States and Mexico. Did you know since his debut in WCW back in 1995, Paul White, aka The Giant, aka The Big Show, has turned face or heel 21 times in over 20 years, averaging to 1 turn a year? Did you know former WWE wrestler Ken Anderson was the last wrestler to fight Umaga and Eddie Guerrero before their untimely passings? Did you know WCW established a cruiserweight tag team division that lasted a grand total of 8 days and somehow had 2 different sets of champions? All right, that is the conclusion of Round 2 Wrestling. I am SlimmDa Kid, and once again, I personally want to thank you for tuning in to this broadcast. Be sure to tune in next week as I bring you a brand new episode of Round 2 Wrestling, where you get to catch up on all the news, rumors, and results in the world of professional wrestling. Round 2 Wrestling is brought to you by SlimmDa Kid and Spreaker.com.